Oh god, I forgot to turn down my speakers then. Hello and welcome to night one of our Double or Nothing shows. We've got some interesting AEW action all smushed in with some incredible SWE action. 3 cracking matches for you tonight, including an Intercontinental Championship match. And here we are then with the opening match of the evening. We're going to have a little bit of Darby Allin and Sting going up against Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Bit of an interesting one, this. I feel like the majority of people believe that Darby Allin and Sting will come out victorious on this one. Why is the AEW logo missing? Okay, that's rather annoying, isn't it? Hey-ho, we'll fix that next time round. Yeah, so this should be a pretty fun match. Oh, I hate these. They've got to fix this in the new game. I mean, the same problem happened in 2K20, wasn't it, as well, where you download something and it looked great in the actual screens, and as soon as you get it in, the logos are missing. I can fix that. I'm sure I've got an AEW logo somewhere on this game, so we'll fix that. No problems. It just frustrates me. Both of these, of course, I think we'll probably have them both as part of the tag team division now as well. Of course, real life-wise, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky are teaming up. Does anyone know what their tag team name is? Because I have not a clue what Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky are calling themselves. So if you can think of, or if you know what it is, or you can think of a name, then do let me know. And the same thing with Darby Allin and Sting. If you can think of any sort of name for the pair of them. It's a bit more fun than Darby Allin and Sting, I suppose. I'm trying to think of one now. I can't think of one. We've got Ethan Page and Darby Allin on the outside. That seems like an interesting sort of feud that they seem to want to go forward with. But I don't know what they're doing with this. I just don't get this thing, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of two randomers put together as a tag team. I don't quite understand how this tag team of Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky even happened, to be honest. Just all of a sudden they were put together and they were a team. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. But there you go, I suppose. I can understand the sort of Darby Allin and Sting. They're not really an official tag team either. They're just two guys who have a mutual respect for each other. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it will last too long. Maybe I was going to say maybe one of them will turn face, but I can't see either of them doing that at this point in time. Scorpio Sky has not long done his heel turn, and Ethan Page, I think, is just a very good heel anyway. As he goes in for the pin now on Sting, only a 2 count, but not far away there. Ethan Page up on top. Sting catches and now sent in to the corner. And there's the big splash in the corner there by Sting. The Stinger splash, if you will, but Ethan Page fighting back. So we've got 3 days worth of this, and each day will have one championship match. Tonight will be the Intercontinental Championship match. Tomorrow, the women's. And on night number 3, we'll finish things off with the SWE Men's Championship. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky are really dominating. Oh, no, maybe not. Sting reverses Ethan Page there, who I thought was going to try and hit a finisher on him. Yeah, so tonight's main event, we'll see the British Bulldog make the defense of the SWE Intercontinental Championship. He's going to defend against the 2 men at Double or Nothing who will fight for the TNT Championship. So yes, you are correct in your thinking. British Bulldog versus Lance Archer and Miro. That should be interesting, of course. I've just realised that obviously Lance Archer teamed up with the British Bulldog son. Sting in with a pin after the Scorpion Death Drop, but Scorpio Sky is there to break it up. Sky now in with a Russian leg sweep, taking down the Stinger. Darby Allin's back in the ring now and catches Scorpio Sky into that code red. Just protecting Sting as Scorpio Sky look to be lining Sting up. Sting with a leg drop into the arm of Scorpio Sky, and Darby perched up on the top with a coffin drop on Scorpio Sky. Ethan Page now dumping Sting to the outside. Now doing a bit of a taunt and then realises his tag team partner was being pinned there. Darby Allin now nice little scoop slam. I wonder how long it'll be before Darby Allin starts utilising more of Sting's manoeuvres in the ring, you know. I would not be surprised if at Double or Nothing, Darby Allin busts out maybe a Scorpion Death Drop. Maybe Sting and Darby Allin do some stereo Scorpion death drops. Maybe we could see Sting and Darby Allin do some tandem Stinger splashes in the corner, or maybe some tandem. I keep forgetting all the words now. Scorpion deathlocks. You know, it wouldn't be completely a surprise, though. You know, would be either Sting or Darby Allin turning heel on the other one. You know, I would not be completely surprised if that did happen. As Darby Allin with a pin, Sting now Scorpion death drop on Scorpio Sky. It's a terrible match if you've got a lisp, I tell you. Pin now by Sting and Ethan Page there to break it up. Yeah, I would not be surprised if either Darby Allin or Sting was to turn heel in this match, because I feel like a Darby Allin versus Sting feud could be a very interesting one. Definitely a very interesting one, leading up to All In. What is that? Is Double or Nothing their biggest pay-per-view of the year? Or is All In their biggest pay-per-view of the year? I'm never sure, to be honest, which one's. I think All In might be. But if they can lead up to some sort of massive sort of cinematic match between Sting and Darby Allin at All In, that could be interesting, as Darby Allin breaks up the pin of Scorpio Sky, who now backstabbers Darby Allin. Ethan Page stalking Sting, and now Ethan Page slams Sting down, and there is the pin. Scorpio Sky wipes out Darby Allin. No chance to save Sting, but Sting doesn't need him. He saves himself, kicking out of the pin. Sting fights back. There's the boot in the gut of Ethan Page. Darby Allin now tripping Scorpio Sky over, turns him into that single leg Boston Crab, but Ethan Page is there to break it up. Of course, Ethan Page also in a universe mode part of the North. Ethan now with a snap suplex on Darby Allin, who's back up on his feet, but Ethan Page is having none of it, just swinging the rights and the lefts. Big boot in the chest as well. Scorpio Sky now drops into the pin on Darby Allin. Oh, still not quite enough, but it looked close, didn't it? That really did look close there for a second. Attempted dropkick there, missed, and now Ethan Page swinging and missing Darby Allin once again. Scorpio Sky though taking down Sting again, and Darby Allin able to get across and break it up. Scorpio Sky now, oh, nice cutter, and then into this submission, and Sting's tapped. Scorpio Sky has just made Sting submit in possibly one of the biggest results in Scorpio Sky's career. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Who saw that one coming? Who saw that one coming indeed? The submission by Scorpio Sky on the Stinger. That is huge. That is a huge, huge result for them. And that could kickstart their tag team run here in this universe mode. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much people are interested in them. Of course, we've had no suggestions so far for the random match series of these two. So I'm not quite sure how much interest there is there. But it's a strong victory against some very strong opponents, and they might get some opportunities in the future. Right, let's move on to match number 2 of the evening. And here we go then, match number 2 of the evening. Brian Cage versus Adam Page. This is going to be a bit of a tongue twister as well, isn't it? I can see it coming now. And for some reason we've left the entrances on, so let's get rid of those. Right. And there is the big man, Brian Cage. So this should be an interesting match, of course, in real life. What happened in this one in real life, to be honest? What was the first time round? The first time round, it was a win for Brian Cage, wasn't it, first time round? So Hangman beat Ricky Starks. And then a couple of weeks later, it was 1-1 and Brian Cage got the win. So, I mean, potentially, I feel like Hangman could get this win at Double or Nothing. I think that now that crowds are back, this is the time to really start to ramp up the Hangman Page super face run. And I do feel like he'll be the one to take the belt away from Kenny Omega in the future. And I think they've held off on a lot of big moments. I mean, obviously they've utilised some big moments, some debuts and that sort of stuff. But I think they've held off on some massive moments to wait for crowd reactions. And now we're getting a full audience back at Double or Nothing, which honestly is one of the things I'm most excited about. I'm really excited to see the reaction the crowd give. And I think it's going to be a pretty fun show, and I'm so excited for the live audience. And the potential for debuts as well. There's Andrade, who I'm not sure if he's 30 days or is it 30 and 90 days? Not sure if his non-compete clause is done. Then you've got the likes of Daniel Bryan, who doesn't have one because his contract expired. So it's pretty interesting to see who might turn up. And of course, there's lots of fantastic people around the independent scene. I feel like Andrade is a possibility. Especially considering he does have something in the build with Kenny Omega for the AAA Mega Championship. So maybe Tony Khan would like to bring him into AEW as well to sort of help build that storyline up, really. Brian Cage, nice big sit-out powerbomb. Brian Cage now big boot in the spine and another boot in the spine as well. Hangman, big knee in the face. And now Hangman taking Brian Cage up into... Wow. Into that tombstone padre, but Brian Cage just no-sells it straight back up. Nice neck breaker there. In with a pin for the 1, 2, and Hangman not able to keep the spine on the pine for the 3. But now Hangman is stalking, looking ready, and up he takes him into the Deadeye and lands it. Will that be enough for the 3? The 1, 2, and 3 has got it. Hangman Adam Page with the victory over Brian Cage. That's a huge win for him. And like I said, I believe this will happen over the weekend. I think, in my opinion, like I said earlier on, this will be the beginning of Hangman's big face run. Now the crowds are fully back. I think it's time to really build him up, ready to eventually take that belt away from Kenny Omega. That also gives away who I think is going to win the main event of this show as well, doesn't it, really? Of course, that's the main event of night number 3. Tonight's main event we've got coming up for you next. The British Bulldog defending his Intercontinental Championship against Lance Archer and Miro, the best man. I'm looking forward to having a full crowd there with Miro. There's quite a few people that have never really wrestled in front of a full crowd for AEW. And it's still just, it brings me back, and it does disappoint me and depress me a little bit that that Mr. Brody Lee was not able to perform in front of a full crowd for AEW. It would have been fantastic. He was really, really getting over. A lot of people badmouthed the Dark Order in the early days, but when Brody Lee came in, it really did become something a lot more special, and yeah, it's just a real shame. But enough of sadness, let's move on to some great more action in our main event. And here we go then, here is that main event, of course, at Double or Nothing. It will be Lance Archer versus Miro for the TNT Championship. But here tonight, we have got the British Bulldog defending his Intercontinental Championship against both Archer and Miro. This is triple threat elimination. Therefore, last man standing wins, essentially. 2 people in this match do need to be pinned, which means 3 points are up for grabs in this one, which is pretty cool. And it's a great opportunity for somebody to really get themselves a nice chunk of points. And, of course, an Intercontinental Championship, I suppose. I believe this might actually be Bulldog's first defense of the belt, you know. I believe he won it back at the European Invasion, was it? I think it was the European Invasion. And yeah, wow, he's held it for a while, but not actually had defended it. I think we've got a lot of championships now, so I think it is becoming a little bit more difficult to see them all defended successfully. Tomorrow then we've got, we've got 2 championship matches tomorrow actually. We're going to have the AEW Tag Team Championships being defended as the Rock and Roll Express will make their first defense in a triple threat match, which is going to be tricky, against both the Young Bucks and Wild Thing. Of course, a team of John Moxley and Eddie Kingston. Also in tomorrow's main event, we'll see Charlotte defending her SWE Women's Championship against both Hikaru Shida and Britt Baker. Then on night number 3 of this, we'll have a 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal. The winner of which will get an SWE Championship shot in the future. And in the main event, of course, we will have the SWE Champion Jeff Cobb in a fatal 4-way elimination match defending against... It's a lot of... Who's he defending? It's a lot of people, isn't it? Kenny Omega, Pac, and Orange Cassidy. We've not really seen a lot of Orange Cassidy yet, to be honest. I think he only had 1 match so far, and that was in the Fresh Blood show we had a while ago where we just debuted a few new people. As Miro now up on the top, looking for that superplex. Wow. Big, giant superplex. That's wrong with me. I can't stop yawning. I do apologise if that came through. I tried to yawn away from the microphone, but I've been fighting it now for the last few minutes, and I just can't. I'm losing. It's a losing battle. The yawn defeated me. Miro, nice super kick right in the face. The matchka kick of the British Bulldog, who's now busted open, but Lance Archer with that big power bomb. And Archer might have a chance here. Bulldog's really struggling. Archer does drop into the pin. He might have allowed Bulldog a little bit too much time to recuperate, which he did. Big boot into the spine. And a boot into the arm as well, as now Archer hoists him up. Oh, lovely takedown once again by Archer. Miro is back up on his feet inside the ring. Looks over Archer trying to eliminate Bulldog. Still only a 2 count, but Miro sees Bulldog grounded and decides that taking down Archer might be the benefit. Hello, Kitty. And Archer, is he thinking... I think he is, you know. He was thinking for his big finish there, which I've forgotten the name of. But Bulldog just took him down. Bulldog just saved Miro there, really. What does he call it? Black hole? No, it's not called a black hole. What is it called? As Bulldog here showcasing his strength, just holding Miro up high from the middle rope and drops him with that superplex. Miro looking for the matchka kick. Bulldog able to avoid. And Archer now with that big claw in the head of the British Bulldog. That looks painful. Bulldog's just tapped. Bulldog is out. The British Bulldog is out, which means we are going to have a brand new Intercontinental Champion. It's going to be between the 2 men who will be fighting for the TNT Championship at Double or Nothing. Rusev looking for that matchka kick once again. Knee in the spine, though. And Archer now. The same maneuver he finished off Bulldog with, locked in on Miro. Can Miro survive this claw? Pressing in on the pressure points of the skull. It can affect pain as well as even your consciousness as well. Miro was able to survive, but obviously Archer feels like he's done enough damage to now take him down. There is the 3 count, and Lance Archer is your brand new Intercontinental Champion, and he gets both the eliminations as well, meaning Lance Archer is going to rack himself up 3 points for this match, which is huge, really. That's huge. Archer eliminating the British Bulldog with that claw, avoiding that Machka kick before just dropping in the claw again, this time on Miro. Wasn't able to make Miro tap, but the big slam afterwards was enough, and the damage was done by that submission. That claw to the head, the damage was done, and Miro was down and out as the referee brandishes Lance Archer with the Intercontinental Championship, and there he is, your brand new SWE Intercontinental Champion, Lance Archer. Anyway, we're going to call it there for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed. Like, subscribe, with the good stuff, and I'll see you again tomorrow for night number 2. Like I said, the Young Bucks versus Wild Thing versus the Rock and Roll Express for the Tag Team Championships. Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, and Andrade as 3 potential signings for AEW. And then the main event, Charlotte, Shida, and Britt Baker for the SWE Women's Championship. Good night, God bless, Auf Wiedersehen, and tatty buys.